And here we go. We're in Hogsmeade. We had to sell off some shit. So, I figure since we're here and all, maybe we should go and drop in on one of these here stores to see if we can't get some interesting recipes or some such. Like these. That might be interesting. See what they have for sale, if nothing else. And who knows, maybe we'll find something interesting along the way. There is one of those big eye boxes around here somewhere. I remember that much.
Revelio.
Oh, of course, there's a freaking lock on the door. Bastards! Locking their shit behind those horrible, horrible things. Here's me without a Loamora or a key for that matter. So rude!
I was wondering when I'd see you again. Let's look at what we have,
wonder
shall
no
we?
longer. I am here now. A beast feeder spellcraft. Under a beast feeder, place one to make sure your beasts are kept and fed. We haven't even touched upon that yet. I think we'll keep it that way for the moment, at least. Unlocks the ability to conjure a beast toy box. Pick out your beast's favorite toys for them to play. Really? Chopping station. Periodically produces a plant byproduct, so keep an eye on it. Dung composter spellcraft. It's for fertilizer. That's neat. That is neat. Hopping pot. We're randomly selected, but oh, it is expensive. Is there anything here that isn't so goddamn expensive? Conjure a potting table with 3 small pots. Use its pots to grow all sorts of useful magical plants. Sure, let's get it.
Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there?
Unlocks the ability to conjure a potting table with a medium pot. Yeah, sure. Sure. Let's get that.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
I haven't actually used any of those yet. I don't even know how to use them, but I have them. That's the important part. Clearly. Zonkos? Don't know what I would do with that, but I mean, we might want to check in on potion potential recipes, though. If I should ever feel inclined to use a potion that isn't just a
in the
healing
market for
potion, I suppose.
potions, are we? What can I do for you
Not so
today?
much the potions, but more the recipes. Reduces the drinker's spell cooldowns. Practically invisible, but I already have a spell for that. Increases the drinker's spell damage for a limited amount of time. Powerful damage, thunder brew, and actually, you know what?
A wise decision. Thank you.
Let's get that one. Just to have it, just so
I
it
hope to
doesn't
see you
feel like a
again.
massive waste
Farewell
of
for
time
now.
to have come here. How do you feel about my new swanky hat, by the way? I like it. Right. There was one of these eye boxes around here somewhere. I know that much. I don't quite remember where. Aha! There you are, you little bastard. Give me more money. Ah. Right. Is there anything else around here I could feasibly appropriate? Or for the good of all mankind and science and all that, of course. The Emperor and whatnot. Oh, like that one. Yes. This is a good one. Give me money. Nice of these boxes just stick around and kitty. Meow indeed. Meow indeed. Alright then. Anything else we want to do here? I don't think so. I think I'm actually quite content with what we have at the moment. Wait, what was that? Ah! Come here, you! I knew there was something. I knew it. And I was right. Right then, let's leave this place. Going back to Hogwarts. There are still things that need a doing here. How are we doing on the flames, by the by? Any that we haven't unlocked yet? There's a few. There's a few. We haven't been down here. At some point I'm gonna have to, though. That looks interesting. Anyways, let's go to this one here. That's... what class is that? Yeah, let's see what that's all about then. Nice,
Revelio.
nice pot. Oh? Wait. Wait, we've already used this one, haven't we? Yeah, we've already used that one. Alright, so... worries about that one. Nuts! Apples! Eating everything. Give me. Oh, are we going back to, the, Hufflepuff, the Fluffy Buff, common rooms? To enter the Hufflepuff common room, one must tap the barrel 2 from the bottom. Middle of the second row in the rhythm of Helga Hufflepuff. An errant tap will result in being denied access and doused in vinegar. Yeah. Has that been mentioned previously?
Hogsmeade is the only all wizarding village I've ever heard of.
Revelio.
An abandoned manor near Bargain's No one
Ah, apples.
think will stay close to
Give it
the
here.
castle. Isn't Sebastian Salad?
Right then. Now that we're here,
That's it. I'm making good progress with those tokens. This Daedalian Keys challenge is coming along nicely.
well, we're more than halfway there at least. We are making good
Revelio.
progress. Am I still not allowed to go up here? Ah! Dick! Alright, pastries then. Let's see what this is all about. Eldritch Diggory.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself. So few students know who I am these days. Eldritch Diggory, former Minister for Magic and founder of the Aura Recruitment Program, at your service. I believe you can help solve a decades-old murder, thanks to that book you found, and, in particular, its missing pages.
How do you know about the book and the pages?
We portraits here more than you might suspect, and most of us can keep a secret. So, what say you? Surely a Hufflepuff such as yourself would be inclined to help seek long overdue justice.
Sure thing.
I'll do whatever I can.
Wonderful. I am pleased to have been right about you. My great-niece, Helen Thistlewood, can provide you with details. She's retired now, but was a skilled aura in her day. And the unsolved murder of which I speak was her case. I often visit my portrait in her home, in the nearby hamlet of Upper Hogsfield. Shall I tell her to expect you?
How could a few pages of a book help her solve an old case?
A boy disappeared with those pages, but they never found the body. A girl was convicted of his murder nonetheless. It seems those pages could exonerate her somehow. My great niece can tell you more.
Can you tell me more about your great niece?
Cream of the crop when it comes to auras. A star pupil here, and then an exemplary servant to the ministry. And her spark hasn't diminished one bit in her retirement. She and I often chat about old cases and our glory days. No offense, but it's nice to get away from the students and converse with someone who's familiar with my legacy.
Understandable.
When were you the Minister for Magic?
Over 100 years ago. 1733 to 1747, to be precise. The stories I could tell you. Ah, didn't have the chance to do all that I could. I was in the midst of reforming Azkaban when my life was cut short by dragon pox. I was sneezing sparks to the bitter end.
I don't know if that's tragic or just funny.
I shall go and see her right away.
Brilliant. With what I suspect is your knack for hard work and her keen mind, both mysteries may be solved sooner than you think. I shall see you there soon, I hope.
Sure thing. Sure thing. But first let me steal your tea.
So many interesting people.
Alright, so we are headed towards... we're going up... ooh, we're going all the way over there, right? Alright, alright, alright. So, let's... No, no! Stop that! There we go. Much better. Much, much. Ah! Right, we're gonna have to get ready for fighting as well. We will be running around in the woods again, no doubt. Hello, Mr. Goat. Goblins!
Expelliarmus! Protego!
Why spread this out longer than necessary?
Accio! Incendio! Ranrock has fooled you all. To your demise.
Oh, gotta say that. It's quite the vehicle. Oh, this is some weird ass sounding birds.
These rocks have seen better days.
What do we have here then? I did not intend to find this, but we did, so... Whee! Oh. What is that? How do I get at it? More importantly. Right, I suppose we'll have to climb around and see if we can't find our way in. How about this? Ah! Okay, apparently that did not work very well, but I mean, concept wasn't too bad.
Incendio.
How about here though? This looks very promising. What are these? I have no idea. So, collect all of these, I suppose?
That wasn't too hard.
Trifecta School Room. Right. Let's have a look at it. Not much of an increase, but damn, this is one swanky robe though. I like it. Anything else neat we can find in here? This is for here and all. Huh. Well, we made it out. One piece even. Let's not bother with that just now. Perdita Strix. What
Revelio.
do you have around here then?
What seems to be the problem?
You may well ask. I'm convinced I saw a grim, an omen of death. I'm not safe, but if it can't see me, I'll be all right, won't I? All I need is an invisibility potion. Yes, that's what I need.
Well, I'm afraid you've been seen already. Lucky for you, though, I am, in fact, on vacation. And will be so for the coming 627 or some odd years. I'm not entirely certain yet. I haven't done all the math, but say for sure, more than 600 years. Had a lot of paperwork back during the Black Death, so yeah, I'm good. I'm good. You have nothing to fear from me.
I'm afraid I'm all out of invisibility potion. I suggest finding somewhere safe and being especially careful.
Safe. Careful. Yes, that makes sense. And you're sure you don't... No. Very well. Hopefully the Grim, or whatever it has foretold, doesn't get me first.
I think you'll be just fine. Plants and whatnot. So I don't suppose that Grim is around here somewhere, is it? That might be interesting. Hello, Grim. Yeah? So I suppose it's not actually a Grim so much as a Grim. Not a Grim Reaper, but a dog kind of.
Expelliarmus! Accio! Incendio!
Lou fell down. Oh well, I don't really need it anyway. Spooters.
Leviosa! Expelliarmus!
I didn't actually mean to fall down, but I mean, I suppose it kind of works. It works out in the end. Spooters being bad for business and all. Oh, there's another one of them Merlin challenges up there. Oh well, and I missed it. Oh well, I don't want to. I don't feel like going back for it though. So I'll just leave it at that.
Someone here.
Expelliarmus! Accio! Incendio!
No! I will make you pay.
Leviosa! Accio! Expelliarmus!
Consider yourselves properly fucking wrecked.
Revelio!
That looks rather neat. Have a look at that. Very neat. this then? Few witches or wizards correctly trace the history of Scotland's indigenous mazes back to their rightful source, the 15th century dark wizard known as Eunan Blackwood. Born Eunan Wood to a non-magical branch of the Wood family, Eunan was misunderstood by his Muggle parents and, in an effort to fit in, sought solace in the family trade, hedge trimming. He could allegedly control the blackthorn bushes with his mind, creating beautiful designs with ease. This both impressed and infuriated his rather intolerant family. Their resentment only worsened upon young Eunan's invitation to Hogwarts, where he was sorted into Hufflepuff House. Of course he was. It was at Hogwarts that Eunan first met with one Artemisia Black, disowned by the Black family for her mother's dalliance with Artemisia's Muggle father. The half-blood Artemisia's relationship with blood purity was a complex one. She considered herself worthy of her mother's maiden name and blamed her father for her ostracization. At the same time, she did not fault Wood for his Muggle parentage, but rather considered him too an unwilling, innocent victim of Muggle impurity. Yeah, some of them were very obsessed with that, weren't they? But, how do I, Oh. Well. This is very neat. I like this. Oh well, left hand on, the leftmost wall and just keep on going, I suppose. We'll get there at some point. At some point. That was an entirely unnecessary detour, but, I mean, stick to the rule. Stick to the rule and just stick with it. At some point, you will no doubt get to where you want to be. Unless the maze changes, that is, at which point you're quite royally fucked. That did not work. Alright, let's go at this the chaotic way then. Where do we think we should go? What's the goal? What are we trying to reach? Are we trying to just move through it? Or what? Oh, we just want the boss. Orange Eye of Newt Goggles. Why not? Why not? Decent little upgrade. That looks funny. Let's go with it. Oh, wait, there's a box in here. Oh, another handle for the wand.
This must be the place Minister Diggory mentioned. Helen lives around here somewhere.
There's a lot of side
Groundhop's
shenanigans
loyalists
going
are a
on around
menace. What can be done?
What's this then? Measure. Okay, cross the bridge. Move through an archway. And into the woods or something?
A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now.
Indeed. Indeed. Oh, there's quite a lot to do here, actually.
Bardolph Beaumont should have returned by now. Had by dark wizards he was.
Dogbog warning. Dogbog sighting. Be careful. Yeah, I've seen those before. Not too impressed, actually.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Perhaps. I just wanted to see if there was a bridge over here or something, so I had something to, somewhere to start with the whole treasure map thing. But I don't see any bridges. Not anywhere immediately close by, at least. What's this then? Ah, old ruins. Oh well, you know what? Let's start off the quest at least. We can do side quests and whatnot here afterwards, I do believe.
Here you are. I'm pleased to see you took my advice.
The Thistle and the Badge. Helen Thistlewood, Reflections of a Former Auror. Retirement isn't what I expected. Enjoy the leisure time, of course, but I do miss the excitement of hunting magical fugitives. I know you're not supposed to admit that you actually enjoy the turmoil associated with a job, but how can you feel anything other than exhilaration when chasing a Ukrainian iron belly through a Muggle city, and then obliviating all of the Muggles who saw you, or foiling a dark wizard's plot to take over the ministry with an army of Chinese chomping cabbages, using only a single basket of bouncing bulbs? When the ministry finally makes all of my old cases public, my neighbors will never look at me the same way again. Old Madam Thistlewood down the lane is the one who put that nasty brute so-and-so in Azkaban. Now, I can merely insinuate, lest I divulge something confidential. I would hate to force my former colleagues into locking me away in Azkaban. Not an appealing thought. Well, I suppose I should check on my garden. The bluebells have been struggling this season. Well, she's got her priorities straight, I suppose.
Madam Thistlewood, I met your great-uncle in his portrait in my common room. He sent me to speak to you.
I'm pleased you came. Uncle Eldritch believes the book you found and its missing pages may be relevant to an unsolved case from my time as an Auror.
Very well. I'm listening.
Decades ago, a student named Richard Jackdaw disappeared after going to meet a girl named Anne. They never found his body. When his headless ghost appeared briefly in Hogsmeade, wholly unaware of how he died, Anne was convicted of his murder and sent to Azkaban. It was in large part due to the testimony of a girl called Apollonia Black. Jealous of Anne, I think.
That sounds terrible, but I'm not sure how I can help.
Anne's alibi was somewhat labyrinthine. She said Jackdaw promised her adventure following a map he found on some pages he'd stolen from Peeves.
And you think Peeves ripped those pages from the book I found in the restricted section?
If my great-uncle is to be believed, yes. At least that's what the portraits at Hogwarts suspect. Anne insisted that Jackdaw had asked her to follow the map with him, but only after she solved a series of puzzles he'd prepared. Odd way to woo a girl. She swears she never even solved the first puzzle, so they didn't meet. Jackdaw's ghost vanished almost as soon as he appeared. Without Jackdaw's puzzle, pages, or remains, Anne was sent to Azkaban based solely on Apollonia's spurious testimony.
I don't understand. What can I do to help?
I believe Anne may have solved the first puzzle by now, but after spending time in Azkaban, she's a shadow of her former self. She won't speak to anyone she doesn't trust, and she trusts no one. If you, a student with a connection to the pages, like Jackdaw had, spoke to Anne, she might reveal new information.
What a horrible story. If you think I can help, I'll come with you.
This is wonderful news. You are to be commended for your kindness and bravery.
I'm just
Fortunately,
nuts.
being a retired Auror has its benefits. We can apparate right to her. I've escorted ministers, professors, and many others to that blasted place. Never a student, I'll admit, but I will keep you safe.
Can you tell me more about Apollonia Black?
Wretched, vindictive girl, that one. Apollonia claimed that Anne threatened to kill the boy after he broke her heart. The Black family's power over certain people in the ministry, along with the fact that Anne is Muggle-born, sealed her fate.
I'd like to know more about Anne.
That poor soul. Never was the brightest girl. And that lack of wit proved to be her undoing.
I half suspect Jackdaw and Apollonia were merely toying with her. Who could have known he'd end up dead?
She's not held up well in Azkaban. In some ways, she blames me for not proving her innocence. I'd like to clear her name if we can.
You said Jackdaw's ghost appeared briefly, then vanished. Where do you think he went?
I have no idea. Evidently, he was always a bit restless, going on and on about adventure. If I had to guess, he tired of Scotland and is somewhere on the other side of the globe by now.
Very well. Let's go.
Steady yourself. We'll apparate together. Don't worry, I've never splinched anyone.
Do take care now, and tread lightly in that horrible place.
We'll be there in but a moment.
I don't suppose I should learn, like, Cronus farm before we go? You know, just in case.
That ought to keep them at bay for now. Though, be aware, you may feel a wave of despair. It will pass.
Thank you for the warning.
This really is a dismal place, but we'll be out of here soon enough. Now follow me. Do keep your wits about you.
I never thought I'd see the inside of Azkaban for myself.
Nasty Dementors. Not even I could convince the Ministry to send them off. There's no need for such monsters.
Careful around, Anne. She's been here a lot longer than the rest of us.
If I had my wand, I'd cast Crucio on the lot of you!
You don't scare me, young cur. They teach you so little of what you should know at Hogwarts.
That witch you're with has a dark cloud over her. I can feel it. All around darkness. My only friend. My only hope.
No one at school's going to believe this.
Now remember, Anne has been here a long time. The Dementors aren't kind. Have patience and speak to her quietly and respectfully.
Are you Anne?
Who's there? Who speaks to me? Is that death finally come for me?
I'm a student from Hogwarts. I found the book that you said would exonerate you.
Ah, the book, the book. No one would look. None of the mages found the pages. Methinks the feckless knave meandered to his cave. My fate was surely sealed in Upper Hoggyfield.
Are you saying that the missing pages are in a cave? Near Upper Hogsfield?
Field! Ruins house, a vault concealed.
A vault in some ruins near Upper Hogsfield? I suppose it can't hurt to look.
Can't hurt to look. Go find the pages from your book. Helen, no, you're here. Come in closer, be a dear.
What is it, Anne?
Well, she's quite evidently batshit. I reckon she just got...
Go. The cave. You're safe now. You have what you need. I'll be all right once I get...
Well, that was rather abrupt.
But Madam Thistlewood, All right. I'll find it. I'll find Jackdaw's cave. Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
Oh, there's a cave right here. Well, it's like there's a cave right here at least. Undeadies! Fairy must be struck with fire spells to make them vulnerable to other attacks.
Incendio!
Whoa!
Incendio! Potato!
Can I please get this camera under control, please?
Incendio! Expelliarmus! Levioso! Accio! Incendio!
Ah! Bane of my existence, these damn locks. Something up here as well. There are so many things and places. I am absolutely in love with it. And at some point, I'm going to have to figure out what to use these for. Schwinder eggs. Look at that. We found some. Eat.
Who lived here, I wonder?
Well, whoever it was, I don't really give much of a crap. We have a ruined house to find. Over this here way, I reckon.
New instruments are at
Upper Hogsfield is being terrorised by Ranrock's loyalists. It's not right.
Yeah. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. Got places to be. Hidden vaults to see. And it seem to be
Revelio!
something over here. There we go. Pumpkin Fizz. Pumpkin Fizz is a fashionable carbonated drink with a pumpkin flavor. It is yet to become as popular here as butterbeer, but one never knows. Also, this looks like it could be opened or something. On account of there being things clearly hidden behind here. Or, you know, just indoors, I suppose. There's that as well. There we go.
Revelio!
There's more stuff beneath, isn't there? And above. Get in here. Right, can I don't suppose I can just climb this, can I? No? No? Right. Whoops. I did not mean to do that, but I mean, alright, it's fine, I guess. Not entirely sure what that did, but it was, I mean, I destroyed something, and destroying things is, quite fun, actually. So, there's that.
Revelio!
This is where all the Inferni are coming from then. Okay, we have effectively run a lap around the entire goddamn thing, and
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
and now I'm just a tad bit confuzzled. How did running around like a madman help get me here? Weird.
This must be the place Anne told. Lumos. No one's been here for ages. Revelio. Accio. I see how this goes. Accio. You couldn't outwit me, Jackdaw. Now, where's the clue you left behind? Incendio. Accio. Revelio.
My dearest Anne, well done. You solved my puzzle. I knew you were a kindred spirit and the only one with whom I could truly share my adventures. Meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest as soon as you can, and I will show you the map that I mentioned. There is no telling where it will lead us. Found it on pages that Peeves ripped from a secret book, and no one else seems to be able to find. I haven't any idea what lies ahead, but I am glad to know I shall share my future with you. It's only the beginning. P.S. I'm terribly glad you found this, as I would have gone on alone if you did not. What fun would that be?
A note from Jackdaw. Anne never found it. So how did he die? Was she to blame at all?
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years? Well done indeed. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw? I heard you disappeared years ago. You have some explaining to do.
I do? That was my puzzle you solved. What are you doing here?
A retired Aura, Helen Thistlewood, told me about a map you stole from Peeves, and then Anne told me about a cave.
You saw Anne? Broke my heart. I had to go on without her. Probably best of her in the end. Dare I ask? How is she?
She was imprisoned in Azkaban for your murder. I fear the Dementors have taken an irreversible toll on her.
What? Azkaban? Oh, poor Anne. I had no idea. I thought she'd written me off. I've been traveling the world for years to mend my broken heart. I came back here only recently, on a whim. I must speak to the aura you mentioned and see how I can help Anne.
I'm glad to hear it. Before you go, would I still be able to find the pages with the map Helen mentioned?
I'm almost certain I dropped them in the cave the moment I was beheaded. They're bound to be mouldering away with the rest of me. Tell you what, meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you precisely where to find them.
Eat.
If you don't mind me asking, how did you lose your head?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do find yourself in a cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
Helen mentioned Apollonia Black. Did she set up Anne to take the fall?
Have you never met any members of the Black family? They can be rather vindictive. Once Anne showed an interest in me, Apollonia couldn't let it alone. That her own heart had grown cold simply didn't matter.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves? A poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He has a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor, whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. Found them on the floor outside the library where he discarded them. Not my luckiest find, all things considered.
Thank you. I need to find those pages to help a friend.
I shall see you there.
All right, let's go, I suppose. Forbidden Forest. Wonderful. Wonderful. Where is that again? Wow. It is huge. The map is, well, okay, it's not huge, but it's sizable. Certainly sizable. How do I get to the Forbidden Forest then? I seem to recall having run past it at some point, but I never actually went because I wasn't allowed to or some such. Ah, there we go. There we go. But I don't see anything resembling a quest or anything here. That's rather odd. Oh well. Oh, now there's a quest. Would you look at that? Now there's a quest. Well, I think we'll do that one in the next one. I do believe. I do believe, as I am running quite out of time. Quite out of time. I have a metric shit ton of work as per usual tomorrow morning, so I need to go to bed. I wish I could go for another hour. I really do. Because I really want to. I want to play more. I want to play more! But, alas, time is not my friend, sadly. So, until next time, thank you all ever so much for swinging by. It is, as ever, massively appreciated. And I do hope you'll join me for the next one, when we enter the Forbidden Forest, no less. That's the plan, at least. Till then, though. Bye-bye.